and gentlemen, Gungans and Droids across the Empire. It's great to be in the Empire today, and I want to welcome each and every one of you guys to Arnold HoloNet News, the only news you'll ever need, because you have no other choice. And in today's video, we got some big news for Star Wars at large that I think is gonna have an impact on Star Wars Galaxies. Now, in case you live inside of some sort of cave on Tatooine, the new Kenobi TV show finally came out of the woodwork. We have the confirmation date when it's coming, and it's gonna talk about 3 core villains that Disney announced today. And on top of that as well, I think this is gonna translate into answering a big question. What the heck is going on with the Inquisitors in Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes? I think it's starting to make sense why we're not seeing the full Inquisitor team just yet. And we're gonna talk about that inside this video. And furthermore, holy cow, holy packaroonies. Wow, CG didn't even bother putting original art in all these packs. Since it's Kenobi Day, there's a lot of packs in relation to Kenobi, and I wanna help navigate you through this. If you're someone that's wanting to spend some money on a mobile game, but come on over, let's go ahead and break down all this stuff we have lined up for you guys. Man, I gotta say, I'm just excited. Kenobi was one of my childhood heroes growing up, but this actor for me is important for my upbringing. The prequels were such an important aspect of my life, so I am extremely excited. I hope they nail it on the head for this TV show. And in case you want the confirmation of when it's coming out, the Obi-Wan Kenobi, they had a secret Twitter page. It just came out today finally. It's starting on May 25th. So unfortunately not gonna be May 4th, which would have been kind of funny to have, but it's still over 2 months away. I'm a little impatient here. But nonetheless, we're gonna talk about what Disney unveiled today in regards to the Obi-Wan Kenobi TV show. Aside from the release date, they unveiled the 3 new villains. They're not new, but the 3 core villains, one of them being a brand new one. So if you're someone that doesn't want the 3 core villains of what this show is going to be revolving around, maybe it's not the video for you, but Disney published, and anytime Disney's publishing all this stuff on the interwebs, I think it's kind of fair game to talk about, especially for our Star Wars YouTube channel. We're going to talk about how it's going to connect the Star Wars Galaxy. So come on over. I'm not going to read this entire article from Entertainment Weekly. I'm going to go ahead and leave the link down below if you want to read the entire thing that we have here. They posted some little sneak peeks of pictures for this TV show. I do have one thing I do want to say here. Don't get me wrong, I love Ewan McGregor, but it seems like he still seems kind of young. It's not too far after Revenge of the Sith, of course, but the time span between him and the Obi-Wan we see in the original trilogy is only a couple years, and man, that Obi-Wan had a lot of gray hair, so who knows, maybe 2-3 years can really gray you up, but that's the only thing. I wish they made him a little bit more gray at this point, because it's going through a lot of stress at this point. So you can go ahead and browse through the variety of pictures that they have, and here is the first brand new villain that we're getting, and what do you know? It's an Inquisitor that's coming to Star Wars at large. As the Force-sensitive Inquisitor, Reva, I'm not sure how they pronounce it, Moses Ingram will prove a formidable new foe as she seeks out Jedi in hiding for the Empire. Director Deborah Chow and writer Joby Harold described the character as ruthlessly ambitious. So right now in Galaxy Heroes, if you want the Galaxy Heroes connection, we're waiting on these other Inquisitors. It's a weird cadence. The last one we got was what, 2-3 weeks ago. At this point, the one before that was 2 weeks. So it seems like they're really taking their time to release these guys, and it just so happens to be there's also Inquisitors coming to the Kenobi TV show. I think they're trying to wait for these characters to get publicly announced by Disney. I would say there might be a great chance we're going to see Reva come to Star Wars Galaxy Heroes to kind of fill out this Inquisitor faction, and I think there's one more. Now, this has been a theory going on even before we got the Kenobi TV confirmation today. There was speculation we're going to get the Grand Inquisitor. Well, what do you know? Also in this article right here, Disney confirms that the Grand Inquisitor is going to be showing their lovely face inside of the Obi-Wan Kenobi TV show. Now, if you don't know the Grand Inquisitor was a character that we primarily first saw inside of the Disney series Rebels. And now they're showing up inside of the Kenobi TV show. And as you see here as well, we're also getting Vader. Now, Vader, I knew about that even before this article came out, with Darth Vader making an appearance. But seeing the Grand Inquisitor, I mean, it seems very interestingly timed that they're putting all this stuff together. And Galaxy Heroes has been taking their sweet little time coming around to adding all these Inquisitors the Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. And in case you want a little glimpse of what the Grand Inquisitor looks like, I don't think we have any screenshots of what they look like inside of the TV show just yet. But I'm kind of curious to see how this is going to tie in with the Kenobi TV show at large. Fun fact, when the Rebels TV show came out, there was supposed to be, I believe, a Grand Inquisitor to come to Galaxies, but for some reason, never happened. Seeing this happen, I think this is the opportunity probably CG is going to want to jump on to add the Grand Inquisitor, the Star Wars Galaxy Heroes, and on top of it all, seeing that Darth Vader is also showing up in the Kenobi TV show. This recipe that we're seeing for the Kenobi TV show seems to tie into a theme that we're seeing in Galaxies. And let's go back over to Galaxy of Heroes. Now that we have this, I recommend check out the rest of these screenshots. That's really cool. I mean, I'm excited for this show. Definitely excited for this show to come out. So we're gonna have to wait and see how this show pans out. Hopefully, I mean, Book of Boba Fett, I was kind of lukewarm about. There was some cool moments, but it was mostly Mandalorian related. We're not doing a Book of Boba Fett. I almost called it Mandalorian Season 3. We're not doing a Book of Boba Fett review on this channel here today, but I'm hoping they nail it on the head, knock it out of the park. Let's talk about Galaxy of Heroes. Now, the question keeps coming up, where's the next Inquisitor? Where's the next Inquisitor? We have the second sister who came out, and we saw that she's got potential, she's got good damage. She's really not being used anywhere inside the game right now. We did initial gameplay testing of what seems to be a bugged ship right now. Seems to be that her Titan Interceptor can counter the Negotiator. Huh. Another Kenobi type of fleet out there, I don't know. Maybe I'm looking too much into it. Then we got the ninth sister a couple weeks later, more valuable, at least in the current game, than the second sister. But it's been at least 2 weeks plus since the previous Inquisitor came to Galaxy of Heroes. Where is it? And now that we're getting this Disney Investor Day, whatever they like to call it, for me, it's Kenobi Day. Now we're going to start seeing some stuff come out that I think is going to start fleshing this out, because I'm thinking they couldn't really announce more Disney Inquisitors if Disney still hasn't announced the TV show, the deets, as well as the characters that are going to be predominantly available in there. And I'm going to get into tinfoil hat theory number 2. Seeing that Darth Vader's in this show, we got a new Inquisitor showing up, and we got the Grand Inquisitor in the Kenobi show. My prediction is they're going to be making their way to Galaxy of Heroes. And the big question we've been saying is, why is Capital Games, they seem to be avoiding the question, the topic of Lord Vader, even people that were just refusing to acknowledge that he's not the best galactic legend. And lately, with more and more counters coming out the woodworks, the counter this guy, one of the main bounty hunters lately, even sometimes without Omicron's beating the best Lord Vader teams out, the people are like, yeah, you know what? I can't stand on this hill any longer. This galactic legend, it does not feel like a galactic legend, not to the extent of Master Kenobi. And this has been a theory that we've been running with for a while about the Inquisitors helping Lord Vader make the ideal team. And this might make sense why CG seems to be dodging the Lord Vader topic. They don't want to acknowledge anything. They don't want to maybe tweak him, because if they expect this new Inquisitor team to work with Lord Vader, if they buff him now, they'll be even more bonkers down the road if you're going to run with that theory here. So nonetheless, we see 2 more Inquisitors coming from the Kenobi show. I would be surprised if they don't show up here. So let me know down below, what are your guys' thoughts on this? And we got to talk about one more topic. Holy freaking cow. I think this might be the most packs we've ever seen in one sitting in Galaxy. I mean, they could even bother hiring a freelancer to at least make a more iconic image, at least put the gear piece on the front. And spoiler, if you believe in Galaxy Hero bucks and you don't mind spending on Galaxy Heroes, a lot of these packs are actually pretty darn good value if you believe in Soga bucks and you ignore the real life value that exists out there. So why don't we go ahead and wrap up this show by doing a little bit of YouTube's favorite show and mine. Who will fail? Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Gunkins enjoy the YouTube's favorite show and mine. Look at this. You guys are getting Arnold Howland news. You're getting speculation time videos, and you're getting a whaler film. I mean, come on. If you're not enjoying yourself on this Wednesday, how can you say it's great to be in the Empire today? Hit that like button, tell the YouTube algorithm we're doing a good job, and we're keeping you at least mildly entertained around here. It's gonna be a quick whaler fill. We're not gonna spend 10 minutes plus. Gary, can you get it? Okay, fine, I'll get it out myself. We're not gonna spend 20 minutes plus per pack, because the main theme is there actually is a value if you buy the Galaxy of Hero bucks, a Soga bucks conversion rate inside of Galaxy of Heroes. I want to talk about these packs here, the 999 packs that you see all across the board. Long story short, if you take the crystal value to buck value of Galaxy of Heroes, all these $10 packs have a pretty decent value. But the ones that are gonna have the most value out of all of them are gonna be these chromium gear cargo packs. That's a full gear 12 plus piece, my friends. Now you might be asking, how much do they normally cost? These are normally over 5,000 crystals. expensive through shipments. It takes a while to get them through energy. So 5,000 crystals. Even if you take, let's say, a free-to-play perspective, you're farming through energy, you're still looking at over 3,000 crystals to compose this free-to-play, and that's not even considering the time value of getting these pieces up and running. So right here alone, these packs are gonna be worth it. $10 for something that's normally 3,000 plus crystals or 5,000 plus crystals. It's not gonna get much better than that. So these right here, the chromium cargo packs, are pretty darn good. You know what? I gotta say, we haven't seen a lot of big bang for your bucks out here. I wonder if CG is gonna nerf the value of these packs. They've been nerfing like crazy. Stop nerfing your game, CG. That's maybe a rant for another time. Let's keep on moving. How about these carbonite gear cargo packs that we have here? Now, these can pose to be helpful in a few situations. Yes, they're gear pieces, $9.99. Yes, you're gonna get yourself a value, free to play or pay to play, no matter what you look at. But some of these gear pieces here can be used to craft relic pieces. And for me especially, I'm trying to farm my Electrum conductors for my free-to-play, which, by the way, we are so close to getting Supreme Leader Kyle Ren unlocked free-to-play. It's simply coming down to these, these Electrum conductors here. But you're gonna find a lot of these gear pieces inside of the store, and buying the full piece is gonna give you a huge boost of progress. So yes, you can use these $10 gear packs to gear up some character, but you can also use them to help get some relic pieces up and running. So I gotta say, with these packs here, these $9.99 for the Gear 12 piece, they're gonna be helpful for relics or just gearing up. Again, I hate to say it, but in terms of Galaxy of Heroes value, ignore the real world. Real world value has no application here. Would you rather spend $1,000 on gear that's normally worth $10,000, or would you rather take that $1,000? I don't know, go on a nice vacation somewhere. And then lastly, we have these Bronzium gear packs. And these are kind of cutting it a bit close. But yes, for $10, you're still getting a value out of that, but not nearly to the extent as the Chromium gear cargo pack. So if you had to spend $10, you want to spend $10, you got a whole burn in your pocket, I would spend it to get some relic pieces or go for the pieces that are a bit higher inside the Chromium gear packs. But nonetheless, if you want to buy them all, you're putting that on your radar. These ones are going to be valuable as well at that $10 price. But just keep in mind, one more time, you're not going to find a lot of deals that sell these for $10 when normally they're about like $40, $50 in general. Let's keep these going. We have a few more little things I want to point out here. I've been getting a lot of questions about these. I don't know how CG values these things. They don't go by whale or fail, but they said it's over 300% value. No, it's not. I guess it depends how much you value a Zeta, and also how much do you value accelerated shard currencies, or shard characters. Django's an accelerated drop. They're giving 50. I don't value these nearly as much. At best, $5 for 50 shards of Django. Okay, and plus if you're farming things like Houndstooth, for example, you're already gonna get Django, so chances are you're not starving for Django. But of course, we're celebrating Kenobi, Django's Kenobi requirement. That's why we're seeing all these packs in here today. Chirotex, 25 of them, $5 at best. And that puts you exactly at $10 if you wanted to really think of it like that. But even so, is it really worth it? That's, again, I don't think this is gonna be a pack people are gonna buy unless you value one Zeta. Wow, so generous. Thank you for the generosity, CG, especially with all your screw ups lately. I don't see value in it unless you want to unlock Django and you don't have him. You're coming to Galaxy. Django's a good character, not a top tier, but still a very good character. Nonetheless, we see some other packs like this. For example, they have the Queel IG-11 packs as well. They kind of follow the same model, same thing. I don't think it's over 300% value. I think that's a little bit misleading. Honestly, don't know what they're using as a blueprint. These have been in the store before the Kenobi day showed up. And one tour packs I want to talk about. Let's go scroll on back over here. Now this is interesting. I actually bought one just because I couldn't believe if it was true or not. So they're gonna give you 2 cards. Each card has a chance of giving you 100 to 200 pieces of a particular Kairos. So you're gonna get some of both. You're gonna get 1 card for the shock prods, and you're gonna get 1 for the laptops over here. And the drop rates are not bad. At minimum, you're gonna at least get 100 of one and 100 of the other at the very minimum. And that right there puts you at about $40. Because normally it's $1,400 to get 50, $2,800 to get 100 pieces, and that right there puts you around that price point. So even at bare minimum, you're gonna be getting a pretty darn good value, but you still have a decent chance of getting, for example, 125, 150, 175, and when I bought it once, I actually got the 5% drop rate of 200 Chirotech laptops. So this, if you're starving for Chirotechs and you have the tendency to spend a little moolah on a mobile game while you're sitting doing your number 2, your number 3, or maybe you got a number 4. I don't know. That might be something to look at. And this one, This I feel like is a little bit misleading, worth 10,000 crystals. And Galaxy Vero bucks, yeah. And Whaler Fail bucks, not quite. Keep in mind, if you take Galaxy Vero's store shipment value, yes, these add up to 10,000 crystals. These guys over here, 2,100 crystals each. I believe that was 500 crystals when I did the mathematics. Nonetheless, point being is it does total to 10,000. The problem I have is all this stuff, they've made it more accessible via the daily challenges. Not as difficult to get stun guns, not as difficult to get droid collars. I do want to know, even with the changes, still, people are crunching these. These are very popular gear pieces. So if you take Galaxy Heroes bucks, all right, you're going to get a deal. If you're going to follow CG's protocol. If you go through my value, I don't see it being quite the $10,000 value. I mean, if you want to, you can take the perspective of maybe chopping the cost by a third. If you want to be mildly generous for CG. Some might say it's actually probably not even worth that much. It might be worth even less. People say it should be considered half off at that point. But nonetheless, 10,000 crystals, if you go by their standard, that's a lot of gear that you'd be buying through Galaxy Heroes crystals here. For me, it's something I'm not going to buy. But if you're going to take a discounted rate, let's just say even chop it in half. Let's just say you say it's 5,000 crystals. If you want to go down that route, even 5,000 crystals, you're looking at somewhere, in that $30 price point. So in that situation, you're getting a bit of a discount. So I don't want to say it's 10,000 crystals because I don't think it is, CG. Don't you try being sly. You should have adjusted the price rates of those. But nonetheless, that's going to be your quick update on Whaler Fail. Holy packaroonies. Man, CG loves packs. They don't love content. And on that bombshell, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hopefully, guys, you are excited as much as I am to see one of my childhood movie heroes back on the screen. Ewan McGregor, man. Give him a round of applause. And why don't we go ahead and sign this out? Leave a like, comment down below on all your thoughts. Be sure to subscribe so you're not missing a thing. And always remember, it's great to be in the Empire today. Are you gonna end the video? No? Okay. All right, guys. Bye.